Let's see, it's not. What's going on, everybody?
Hello.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
You gotta turn it on the
testing 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me?
I think they can.
Only overdone it once, but in our chat. Okay. I think you're talking about somebody different. Anybody hear me? The microphone on. Loud and clear. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you guys so much for coming on in. So keep on coming. It's a welcome door.
A welcome door.
Welcome, Matt. Maybe it's open door. There we go. What's going on? So glad to have everybody here. 5 people in the chat so far. Let's see who we got. We got Garrett Wilson. What's going on, Mr. Garrett? Saw you last night come to check out the test on the green screen. Appreciate it. Adventures on the Homestead. What's going on? Lisa from Yogi Hollow. What's going on? Let's see. Who else we got in here? Nunya, Texas on the back 20. Holla at your boy. She's not even paying attention to me.
Who, me?
Let's see who else we got in here. High Desert Forge. What's going on? Let's see. High Desert Forge. Looks like he's putting together a shepherd's pie for supper. Awesome. Only ever done it once, but not in a cast iron skillet. You can't go wrong with a cast iron skillet. Boots and Bounty, what's up? Good to see you. Good to see you. Let's see. Brenda Baker in here. Hello. Broke Cowgirl. Homestead. Hello. Sup, y'all? I see you out there. Let's see. Bar Run Forge. Howdy, howdy. Good to see everybody in here tonight. Make sure when you come in, you give that thumbs up, please. All right. So it looks like Troy is eating supper now, too. All right. Supper time. I gave up supper.
Well,
I was trying to get ready for tonight's show. And
it is what it is.
It is what it is. Yes. So it sat there and got cold.
Oh, well.
While I was... I mean, you can't be making it out like it's no big deal.
I'm just drinking my drink.
Okay.
Hey, Garrett. Hey, everybody. Adventures on the Homestead.
Yeah, I'm going to say something.
Okay, Adventures on the Homestead. I'm pretty sure that's the one I've been watching. Okay, I kind of like binged them today. Adventures on the Homestead. Yeah. So they're the ones with like the amazing cinematography. They're the ones that have the burger on Crazy Ed's barbecue cook-off. Seriously. If Eric didn't post, Yankees. No, look, if Eric didn't have, if he and I wouldn't have posted something, I probably would have voted for them too. Because seriously.
What?
Yeah. Well, I didn't.
You weren't going to vote for your own.
I didn't vote for anybody. We didn't vote for anybody yet. Toy? But seriously, no, like their videos are awesome. They took a trip to Texas and no joke, like a 5-part series. I was like hooked. I watched all 5 of them and then I went back and liked all of them and commented because I was like, dude, I love this. I couldn't stop watching. It was so very, very interesting. I love it.
What's this lady's name right here?
Lisa Colovi.
What's up?
Boom.
What's
right there.
All right. So Adventures.
Adventures on the Homestead.
There you go.
Super great. No, seriously.
Yeah. So I do want to say, since we got some folks in here,
we look really washed out because of this weird light we've got going on. I don't like it. I don't have a tan very often, but at least on here I look like I have a little bit of a tan.
What do you guys think? So as you can tell behind us, we got the green screen and action. And
that white is washing me out. We need to change it.
Or maybe you're just pale.
No, I am pale.
Oh, okay.
But I don't need any help being pale.
I thought you were trying to play it off.
No, I don't need any help being pale is what I'm saying. Like I'm pale enough. But yeah, put Nakota behind us. Okay. Or you could put.
Oh, look at that.
That's nice. He's like right between us.
That's good between
his horns. His horns are bigger now. For sure.
Okay. All right.
Hey, Gary Brown. How are ya?
Gary Brown forging on. Hello from Texas. Over to you in Tennessee, my friend.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm assuming you and what was the other gentleman? Let's see. The other gentleman.
High Desert Forge and Ironworks.
High Desert Forge and Ironworks are coming over from Troy, so I do appreciate him. Yes. I heard he was giving a shout out.
We have a backdrop we're going to put up of Troy next week, but I didn't get a chance to get it.
You didn't get it put up?
I didn't get a chance to
see if you can do it while we're...
I don't know if we can or not because you have to download it. So I have to add it to our... Yeah. So anyway, next week.
Troy, are you in here?
He was here before.
I know, but
hey, Vision Acres, how are you? Mike and Chelsea, I got to ask, how's your merch coming? Is it coming along? Do you have bougie bugs in the house? I got to know. I was thinking about that earlier. I got to know.
Okay.
Yeah, Gary Brown said yes. Is Troy flexing for Eric? Mike wants to know, or Chelsea wants to know. Are you?
Let's go. Look, this is the awesome thing about the green screen. All right. Do you like it yet, or you still don't?
I just don't know. Hey, Kiki Soto, how are you? Urban Girl Gardening.
What do you mean you don't know?
I don't know. I haven't figured out if I like it or not.
Nathan Brookshire, what's up, sir?
Nathan, wait, I'm waiting to see if they're getting I just texted her. I just emailed her the link to join us. That's what I was doing.
I see, let's see, Ricky from Minnesota.
Estrella Verzano, hello.
Oh, there you go. Awesome. Glad to have you. Mahias Rescue Ranch. Did I say it right?
Mahias, yeah. Mahias Rescue Ranch. Oh, yeah.
Tim,
hi.
a.k.a. Tiny Tim.
What's
Posey.
up?
Howdy. What up?
Ricky Ventures? He's not in here, is he? Yeah. I didn't see him. Awesome. Ricky Ventures is getting it, man.
He's big time.
I know.
You know,
Ricky Ventures.
I was feeling good because I was getting interviewed by Yogi Hollow.
I know. Ricky Ventures is like, let me get some big time on my show. He's doing good.
I'm going to go.
We need to go on Ricky's show.
Who's got the biggest? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go after Dude Perfect. Nobody better go after Dude Perfect. That's right. They're right down the road.
They don't interview people. They're different.
We might actually, maybe we'll have them over to the house, get some dinner. some of that amazing barbecue challenge stuff.
That's not happening. They're not coming to visit us. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to burst your bubble.
That wasn't nice.
But pop. It's not happening.
Let's see. High Desert Forge. I don't know where Troy is. He told everybody to come over here, and then he doesn't show up. I don't even know what's up with that.
Did he tell people to come over here? That'd be so cool. I had to leave before he finished his trammel something. Yeah. He was making a trammel thing, and I was watching.
Yeah.
Hey, Cha-Cha. Wait, Cha-Cha's on here?
I didn't see it.
Somebody said evening, Cha-Cha. Oh,
I saw that.
Jake said hi to Cha-Cha. I didn't see Cha-Cha in here. There's Cha-Cha Love.
There she is. How did he know she was in there? We didn't.
Because he's watching for people.
Okay.
Jake's like.
All right. So welcome, everybody. As we get the show started tonight, this is one of the big things that we wanted to premiere for the evening is the green screen behind us. Mm-hmm. And I am going to do a review on the green screen. Monica's still up in the air about it. I think it's off as we used to say in Baltimore, it's off the Chizane.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we used to say back in the day.
I never said it. I'm not as city as he is, apparently.
Well, I spent a lot of my life in the city.
I'm a suburbs gal. Yeah. Suburbs girl.
No, your family was pretty much city. So.
Oh, dude. Yeah. Lisa's talking about Jake, Nunya, Texas. They literally had the cutest mail call this morning. I was watching it. He started out wearing Bland's Promised Land Ranch hat.
What?
And but here's ready. He got Commander Bacon hat. So we swapped it out and he put our hat on the ground. He's like, I'm not retiring it yet, guys. And it was so cute because one of the twins picked it up and she put it on. She was like,
there we go.
And she was wearing, I took a picture of her. I took a screenshot of it. I was going to send it to you, but I got sidetracked. Okay. I saw a squirrel and I just lost train of thought.
Squirrel. Okay.
Squirrel. Gone out of my head. But it was so cute. Like super cute.
Good.
Yeah. He made a trammel hook. That's what he made.
So
he made a trammel hook. What was it? He's saying High Desert Forge. He made a trammel hook for hanging a Dutch oven over a campfire. Super awesome. And he explained it to me what it was. See, we're dark now. Don't do that.
Well, I'm trying because Gary Brown, I like you already, Gary. You didn't feel like you needed to ease into it.
But it washes you two out a lot. It does.
Told me the way it was.
It does wash us out. If our room wasn't messy behind it, I'd pull it down like right now. I think it's giving me extra double chins too.
I don't know why.
I don't have that many double chins on the norm. Maybe I just ate a lot this week.
Well, they say TV adds pounds.
Maybe I just ate a lot this week, so I have extra chins. Oh. We can't use a green screen if I'm going to have too many chins. I had some snacks.
Did somebody say that the green screen's giving you too many chins?
No, I said it.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Tina Ladybug, how are you?
Yeah, what's up? Oh, Thor Haven Farm.
What's up?
What's up?
Texas Carnivore.
Remember that guy?
Yeah, I do. I don't know him personally. The What's Up guys?
Yeah.
Your dad's here. Texas Carnivore. Texas Carnivore's here. He's coming to check us out to see if we did anything.
Texas Carnivore, howdy. I was going to say Cowdy. Howdy,
hey,
howdy.
Jeff and Steph Edinburgh. Say hi to the Edinburghs. My kids are waiting. Oh, hi, Edinburghs. See, you didn't say hi to the Edinburghs. Rude.
Hello, Edinburghs.
They probably left. Hi, kids.
It's probably Edinburghs, isn't it?
Edinburgh.
Oh, yeah.
Jeff and Steph.
I thought, yeah.
Jeff and Steph. I like that.
Jeff and Steph. What's
going
on?
That's an easy mashup name, too.
How would you mash up Jeff and Steph?
Streff. I don't know. Just F. Just Steph and Jeff and Steph. I don't know. Remember what's up, you to remember the what's up guy? Yeah, of course. Oh, James is here. Mahalo came in. James is here from Mahalo.
Broke Cowgirl. We did say hi to you, but I have a feeling you stepped out for a second.
Boom.
So I'm saying, what's that?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, look, he's even put that up there.
Oh my goodness.
That's what I'm talking about.
Stephen and Casey.
What's that? Remember they kept doing cuts. Now, the thing is, now that I do YouTube and I watch those videos and I see all them cuts, I'm like, now I know how they did it.
Oh, Chasha says my double chin's named Bertha. I don't have a name for my double chin. I should probably work on that. But if I feel like if I name my double chin, then she's going to want to get bigger and stick with me. So I'm thinking maybe I should not name my double chin. And I don't think you have a double chin, Cha-Cha. Like, seriously, there's no way.
I have a double chin.
You have a giant beard chin.
So.
What's the longest you can hold the wazza?
I wish.
Oh, Lisa's going for it. Yeah.
You know what would be cool though is if we had all the kids and we did like a short on that and we just did like a what's that and everybody just kind of worked their way around.
You think?
And we would get the camera to you and this is what you would do.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's weird.
Well, if you get right down into it and you give a little shake and get your tongue to hang.
Your mom is telling herself she likes the green screen. Sharon Bland, love the green screen.
Okay.
She's telling her name, so you don't know who so you know who she is.
All right.
Susie Jacobson, how are you?
Yes, hello.
Yeah, Ricky, that's our Longhorn. That's Nakota. He's super nice.
See,
he's super nice.
See, now that's why I like the green screen because you can throw things up in the back.
Yeah, it's weird though. I look super pale and weird. Looks weird.
But But the opportunity, right?
Yes.
To be able to throw anything you want. Happy Texas Homestead. Hello from the Panhandle of Texas. We're going to say hi from the Dallas area.
Yep.
Northeast.
Repping
Northeast.
Emma Bland loves the green screen too.
Awesome. And I love Emma's.
Mima.
I love Emma's thumbnail.
Her thumbnail is pretty awesome. Yeah.
Yes. Who else? So did we say hi to everybody?
I think so.
Okay.
Oh, I
all right.
Get mine.
Well, first of all, I don't know if you guys had a chance to check it out or not. Sorry if I keep looking down. I'm actually checking.
Oh, there's Troy. Hey, Troy. So real quick, while you're here, we just need to say we were giving you a shout out earlier. This green screen is Nakota, but next week we got a special green screen for you. Yep. So make sure you come back next week to see our special green screen just for you. It's not a trammel hook, by the way. Don't get excited. Not a trammel hook.
All right. So
Cha-Cha lives in Dallas, We need to get together.
I think that's how we met James.
Well, no, it's the Instagram Homesteaders page where the little secret group chat. I thought we met James.
But I thought when I put up a Reels on Instagram, he reached out to you and asked you if you were in Dallas.
Oh yeah, we have talked about that before. Yeah. Okay, Lisa, no trouble.
What is she doing?
She's gonna go eat supper real quick and listen.
What?
Yeah, look, Troy's excited. He's excited about next week.
Troy's excited about next week. Mm-hmm.
Oh, here you go. Thorhaven. He had his first baby Highland cow born on the homestead last Friday night. He's so cute, and we named him Sirloin. Oh, my word. I can't even handle that.
That's awesome.
I love that so much.
I'm getting hungry just thinking about it.
Oh, my gosh. That's so funny.
Does it look like I'm eating the cow?
I don't know. That looks weird. Don't do that.
We can do all kinds of stupid stuff now. Man, I can't tell you how excited I am about being stupid, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome. So this was the first thing that we've been looking at. Modest Moongrave, see you down there. Let's see. You're driving currently. Okay. So yeah, just listen. Don't do anything crazy.
Yeah.
So yes. So thank you very much. I got to get focused because Monica keeps interrupting me. Make sure as you enter into the studio, if we didn't say hi, make sure you give us all caps or at Bland's Promised Land Ranch so we can see you and call you out. Make sure that everybody is saying hi to each other. Make sure you take advantage of this community. And I want to tell you about how awesome this community is.
What?
Because, well, last week we were looking at Carla, right? Carla gifted, or 2 weeks ago, Carla gifted
a drone to
Michael. Michael.
That was awesome.
Oh, and by the way, I don't know Adventures. Man, why do I keep forgetting people?
Adventures on the Homestead. Yeah. Michael said today. I'm going to say something today.
I'm trying to say something. This is why I always get distracted and I can't get my thoughts out. Okay. So, all right, I lost it again.
Because you read what Gary Brown said.
What did he say?
If you turn your head to the side and put your head in the center, you would look like a unicorn. Right here. You got to come closer to me. Right, come closer. Like that. It's so weird. You actually look like a longhorn now. No, I'm taking a picture.
Okay. If anybody got a picture of that, make sure you do that. Okay. Gosh. Back to the point.
Oh, hey, Daz, you didn't miss anything. We're just saying, hey, everybody.
Lisa ate that fast? Now I'm concerned.
She's just coming in to help.
Okay. Everybody, when you come in, make sure you hit the smash button. Don't forget to subscribe.
Finish what you're saying.
Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet.
Finish what you're saying.
Make sure you check us out on other social media, such as Facebook and Instagram.
Finish what you're saying.
Okay. Oh, I was going to say.
Chelsea's trying to keep
Adventures and
the Homestead. Adventures on the Homestead.
On the Homestead. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, I keep messing that up. Do you have his name, by the way?
I saw it on his thing today. I was lurking in their page.
What I was going to say was
watching all their stuff.
What I was going to say was that well, first of all, his message. Did you see the one where his kids were fishing?
In Texas?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was vlog day number 5.
Yeah, I know. I went back and watched 1 through 4 and 5 a second time.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I was thinking about getting teared up a little bit.
It was awesome.
Because it was awesome. Not just because it's
cinematic.
That stuff.
He narrates it.
Not just because of that, but he's got a good voice.
Yes.
He's got a good voice.
He's got a story voice like Alicia.
He does. He's got a good story voice. And and the thing about that too is, like, he had the real message. The message was that it wasn't even about him catching fish. Mm-hmm. It was about his son. It was about spending time together. It was awesome. Yeah. I agree with that 100%. And tonight, trying to get ready for the live, I said, you know what? I got to go outside. So I went outside and played with the kids a little bit. Of course, there was some crying, but nonetheless, we're still building memories.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
Yep.
So you got to take time to get with your family. Don't forget your family. So that kind of brings me to what the other thing that I wanted to talk about was, if you got a chance to watch us, Wayne, thank you for coming in. If you're stepping out already.
Yep. I just said bye.
Oh, okay. Yes. Thank you so much for stopping in. It really means a lot. We appreciate all your support. We were featured on Gray Man Prepping.
Yep.
And he interviewed us. It was a really awesome interview. At least I felt like it was.
Yeah.
And we had some good conversation.
Yeah.
Really, really nice people over there as well. Lots of support. Mm-hmm. And if you haven't had a chance, go check it out. Go check him out. He is trying to hit a next milestone as well. So while we're striving to hit 500, and everybody listen, after we finish with that guy's show, we jumped up. We're almost at 500 already. Don't forget
481 or something. I'm so excited.
Yeah. So don't forget that if
Thorhaven.
If people, if you refer people, make sure you tell them that you sent them, so that we can give that grand prize to both you and to the person that you send. I don't want it to just be to the 500th person.
Yeah.
I want it to be.
I think 500 should be not the 500th person. It should be from all of our subscribers. I don't think it should.
I don't know what you mean.
Well, I think it's not fair. I think
you want to send something to everybody?
No, I mean, I think
everybody send Monica your addresses. Apparently, we're going to send every person, every 400 and 500 when we hit 500. And we'll send them.
That's not what I'm even saying.
Well, what are you trying to say?
I'm saying I think that we should pull from all of our subscribers that want to participate, that want to be in a drawing, and draw from all of them.
So you want to do a drawing at 500?
Yeah. For like everybody.
Why did you get like a little whiny voice there?
I didn't. I was just saying.
No, you're like,
spend time with your kids. My dad was in the nursing home with Alzheimer's. He worked hard all his life. He said that if he knew he would end up here retired, he would have worked less for family. Yeah, I agree.
Amen to that, Gary. And I think that one of the reasons
Monica sends all the packages.
I think, yes. Well,
no, I actually hold the packages and then I carry them around with me in the truck for like a week. And then I'm like, I should probably send this in the mail. that's kind of the way I think.
So, one thing some people know, some people don't, is Abigail's asking you to
Yes,
make her
I was
mod.
waiting for her to come on again. I couldn't find her. Now she's a
So,
mod.
Gary, years ago, how many years ago?
483. I don't know what you're starting with.
With Dad in the hospital.
Oh, it was 1998.
Okay, 1998.
It was right after we got married.
My dad got in a really bad motorcycle accident. There were several people involved. And, when I saw my dad there, and I know Dad's in here tonight, and I don't know, I hope I don't bring up bad memories, but as bad as that was for the family, I think that it brought everybody together, and it helped me to realize that tomorrow really isn't promised. And, biblically, that's what the Bible says anyway. But the reality set in when you see somebody like your dad, who at the time, how many years ago was that?
1998.
Okay, so I've been 23.
Yeah, that's a long time.
So 23 years ago, I was 20. Holy smokes! Wow.
Yeah.
Well, at any rate, though, at a very young age, I guess we realized that tomorrow isn't promised, and you got to spend your time with your loved ones.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm glad I get to spend time with you.
I know, but keep your job. Don't lose your job. Don't lose your job, because I like you to keep your job.
Okay. All right. So make sure you're spending time with your loved ones. Don't forget about them. Don't put anything above that. It's super important. Ryan, hello, Mr. Yogi, hello, aka having a good evening. We are definitely having a good evening.
Mm-hmm.
So really cool to be here with you all. I'm really happy about that. And I was talking to Monica about this last night. It's really a blessing each week that we know that we can come here and talk with you all, be able to have visitors on, getting to know more people. Ricky Ventures, thank you so much for coming in.
Yeah,
appreciate you being here,
Ricky.
And everybody, please feel free to come and go. We want you to continue to grow. I want to make sure everybody continues to get to know everybody, and hopefully keep bringing more people in here. So I see you, Michael, out with the Green Acre.
Okay, so Michael from the Green Acre said on Adventures of the Homestead, and I totally agree with everything he said. He said in one of the videos today.
Where did you see that?
In the comments on Adventures in the Homestead. I was making a comment because I went and made a comment on like every video of the Texas journey. And then he also did one on why you should start a YouTube channel. Yeah. Such a good one too. Anyway, Michael was like, seriously, I don't know how you don't have like 20,000 subs by now, because everything you're doing is awesome. And I could not agree with you more, Michael. Like, seriously, I was like, yes, I was talking to myself. The kids were like, Mom's weird. But when I was reading your comment, I was like, every single thing you just said. Yeah. Yes. So Jake said free steaks at the Bland's.
Wait, what did you say?
Free steaks at the Bland's.
That's not what you just said.
I don't know what I said.
This is, steaks. I want to make an announcement. This is a family-friendly show.
I don't know what I said. Stop it. I don't know what I started to say anyway.
Rewind
Free steaks at the Bland's. He said that. So if you come visit us, we'll feed you. So there you go. Yes. Yeah, they do. Adventures on the Homestead. Seriously. I can't even stop talking about them tonight. Seriously. If you don't know them and you haven't been over there, check them out.
I do want to say this though, because they were the ones that did they're the Yankee burger, right?
They did it was like a buffalo burger, or bison burger or whatever. Yeah, dude.
All right, they ain't got no bison up there. We're from the Northeast. Good and well, there's no bison up there.
There's in the stores.
Oh, that's a good point.
Boom. Right there.
Farm and HVAC. Hello. Hickory Croft. Hello.
Hey, Hickory Croft.
So glad to have you all in here. Rambling with the Brooms. Scott, we didn't get to say that earlier.
Scott, I didn't see you earlier.
And Lazy Days Ahead in here. Wow. We really appreciate all the support, guys.
Yeah. Lazy Days Ahead's from Jesse and Lisa. They're from Texas too.
Gary, I'm not sure really where you are, but yes, a good grass-fed beef.
Bison Farms
is where it's at.
You're only an hour and a half away. Don't threaten us with a good time, Bland's. Yeah, come on. Let's go, James and Cha-Cha. Come on.
Hey, we have open door policy right here.
Let's see. Is that what you said before, the welcome mat policy?
I know. I couldn't figure out what I was going to say. I was frazzled, though, because I couldn't get in the room and actually do what I was trying to get done.
I know.
Let's see. Who else we got?
That's because you're outside playing for so long.
Yeah, I see it. Adventures. Well, you took it down. I couldn't see it.
Okay, hold on.
Anyway, he said he rolled with it about the bison burgers. No, it was high quality.
It was good.
I enjoyed it.
Yep.
I don't know that I could
Jeff and
vote
Steph
for
Edinburgh,
it.
they had steaks for dinner. I could, but he won't let me.
So,
just saying.
I do want to say, while we have all these folks in here, don't forget. Now, if you don't know already, and I meant to have this on a banner, go over to Crazy Ed's Homestead. He's got the video up. It's about a 6-minute video, and he gives the rules on how you vote for everybody that put in a video for the barbecue challenge. Now, what I want to say is, and I know that everybody in here would vote for me. I know that for a fact. But what I want to tell you is, vote for somebody else. No, vote for me. No, I'm kidding. No, vote for who you think you like the best. But it can't just be about the cinematography thing or whatever.
Cinematography?
I mean, it's got to be about what it tastes like.
Okay, kind of is the cinematography too. That's a really
okay.
Like, no joke. I watched their channel for a while and my phone started dying, so that's the only reason why I turned their.
That's why you didn't talk to me at all today.
No, but oh yeah, Jake said you got to vote for Nunya. No, seriously, yes, you were actually. We were talking originally before I saw Adventures of the Homestead. I saw yours and I was like, I'm voting for him. And Eric's like, seriously, you're not going to vote for us? I was like, oh, we should probably vote for us, I guess, huh?
It's okay. You know what?
But I already said I was voting for Jake because it was awesome. Your video was so good too. You were like, I'm gonna go out to the grocery aisle and get my meat out.
Yeah,
it was awesome.
The meat department.
The meat department. Was
That's what I'm talking about. So
Jan will win with taste. She invited Ed over for a taste test.
What I'll say is
stinker.
And this is the way I look at it, honestly. Give it to somebody who needs the gift card or whatever it is.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Oh, Green Acre made over 500.
Green Acre, what's up? What's up?
Congratulations.
So I'm assuming Green Acre and Adventures on the Homestead know each other.
I don't think they do.
If you don't, you need to go check each other out.
Dude, yeah.
Because I bet you guys would really be able to sharpen each other's skills.
Okay, Gary Brown, if you go to hashtag Crazy Ed's barbecue cook-off, Crazy Ed Homestead had a barbecue cook-off and he invited everybody to submit videos, and it's such a cool collaboration because he's got like a ton of people that did this.
It was like 61 videos.
Yeah, and James, they had so much going on, they would have had a video.
Can he get to it through our video?
Yeah, probably. Just click on the hashtag Crazy Ed's barbecue cook-off on our video. We did a video on it, and if you go click on that hashtag, it'll take you to all the other hashtags. It should anyway, and there's a ton of them on that playlist. It's awesome.
There it is right there.
There you go. Yeah.
Crazy Ed. Nunya just put it up, or maybe if one of the mods could can you just put the link to the video right there?
Maybe I'll find it and put it up if I can. I can do it real quick. Okay. Yeah, that's awesome. I'm so excited for them at the Green Acre 500. Woo woo.
Yeah, awesome, man. That's so exciting.
Yeah. They do know each other. Planning collaboration eventually.
Is it this one?
Yeah. That's awesome. You guys can both come here, bring your cool drones, and have like a drone off in Texas. Right? Come to Texas, fly your drones around, and we'll feed you steaks.
Okay.
Boom, right there.
There you go.
Yes.
All right. So Vision Acres. Hello. I'd say hello to you. I'm sorry. I'm looking at
Mike and Chelsea.
Pastime 84. It's actually Mike. He said something earlier. It's Mike.
Oh, it's Mike. Pastime 84. That's Tommy Duncan. I remember his name. I'm not sure why. Like it rolls off my.
Maybe because of the coach.
Coach Duncan. Maybe. Yeah.
Maybe.
A mod can put it up easy. Okay. Yeah, I'll have somebody stick it up there then. Thanks, Scott. Hey, Scott, you want a mod? Because I'm always looking for extra mods.
All right.
I'm on 27 acres, not really a homestead, just hay and one horse. Hey, you know what? Doesn't matter how big your homestead is. It's a homestead if you make it that way.
Whoa. Okay. So we got some demands coming along here.
Bring on the Jesus Homestead woman. Her fans await her.
I don't know who Jess is, but we're monitoring.
She's coming.
We're monitoring everything. Until you subscribe to us, we can't bring the visitors up. This is just a ploy to get people here.
She's coming. They're coming. I promise. I see them both backstage.
Okay, yeah. So we see them backstage. So before
we were trying to make sure everybody was getting in here too.
We're going to make sure give a chance to everybody to come in. So
what are you doing?
Talk for a second.
Oh, what am I doing? I can't see anything because you've got.
Oh, you
put that up?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I did. Come on now. I got you.
Okay.
My husband says steaks for the drone off. How about what's up? And he will take off the. How about a what's up off?
What's that?
That's a good idea. Good idea. Finding happiness in all you do. Good idea.
Hey, let's see. I don't know.
Right
can
Jesus Loving Homesteader?
I can't. Hold on.
Behind you. Boom. Your chair's in the way. Boom. Right there. Jesus Loving Homesteader. This is our special guest tonight. Ta-da!
There you go. So I want to see real quick. Let's mess with them real quick.
They can see us?
Can you all hear us back there? Give us a thumbs up if you can hear us.
Carmen, you can hear us, right? Yes. See, look, Nathan said he can hear us.
I
know they can.
I was going to mess with him real quick.
I know they could hear him because when Jess said, I'm subscribing now.
When she said something, very well
Carmen started laughing. Oh, wait. Yeah, Vision Acres is here. We can start. Still trying to organize the Red River cook-off between us, Texas, and Oakland channels. That'd be so cool, James. Do it.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
We're in.
No, we can't do it.
Was up merch.
Okay, so when are we going to talk about our new merch?
Okay, so really quick.
No. It can't be really quick.
Well, we'll do Jesus Loving Homesteader first.
Are we going? Okay.
And then be praying really quick. Please, Lord, don't let this screw up when they leave. Amen. Because every week after, like, our people leave, like our guests leave, then all of a sudden everything screws up and we're like, blah, 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 blah. It's all bad. Yeah, it's bad.
Okay, this is
Jeff and cool. Steph. I'm a lucky mama. Jesus Loving Homesteader helped me in my garden. And by helping, I mean she did most of it while I was managing my Aria. Oh, is that your daughter's name? Aww. Oh. I haven't voted yet, but I can be persuaded with a steak. Jess and Lisa, I believe you all are close. I think you live in Texas. I'm just saying.
Okay. All right. So we're going to bring up our guests. We didn't get to kind of prep them for this, so we're going to have to make sure they behave.
Oh, I'm pretty sure they will.
This is a rowdy bunch.
Yeah. Carmen. Mm-hmm. Carmen and Nathan, rowdy. Oh, I'm pretty sure
they will. Let's just bring them on up.
Here they come.
There we go.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello. So
he hears you just fine, but I think I need to clean my ears.
The volume's a little low on our end, but it's all good.
Okay. So you just keep saying, huh?
Huh?
Oh, I will.
I don't know what kind of equipment you're working over there on that homestead of yours, but maybe you need to use some ear protection.
Nah, it's my ears, I'm sure.
My ear protection that I had didn't work so well.
What's that?
No, stop
it. The
ear
protection I had didn't work so well.
He heard you. He's just messing with you now. Oh, my word. These people. Okay, so welcome. This is Jesus Loving Homesteader. This is Carmen and Nathan. We're so happy to have you here. And okay, so yeah, I mean, y'all are in Texas with us, and let's start asking some questions. What do you think?
Well, yeah, I mean, you could kind of like introduce them a little bit. You act like you don't even know who they are.
I know who they are. So I've met Carmen through a bunch of, I don't even know. I guess we met each other on Facebook like over a year ago.
Yeah,
and
I'll introduce.
Stop.
So Carmen.
And she has an awesome garden. And I started like watching her garden. I started becoming very envious. So I knew I had to like meet her in person. And I, contemplated kidnapping her a little bit, but I decided not to. I decided just to let her be and do her thing. And so I just could watch her from a distance and learn her ways. And so I'm watching her and learning how to be a better gardener. So that's my intro to Carmen and Nathan.
So it was basically just Carmen, nothing about Nathan.
Well, Nathan comes along for the ride.
Oh, okay, great. So we
met on the Terrell, Texas gardening page.
Yeah, it was. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's sometimes we talk about how to build a community or how to find people, and that's a fantastic way is to get on like a Facebook page in your local area so you can have some help of people that are familiar with the area.
Yeah. No, she's super, super encouraging that way. And it was really nice to be able to find someone that was knowledgeable about this area and knowing what to put in the ground and how they're building their garden is amazing because it's not the same way we do ours. But that's the best part is you can watch people do things their own way and realize that you can kind of mesh it with what you're doing and get better. So, yeah.
Yeah. So originally, Nathan, you're from where?
I'm from here, Dallas, Texas area.
Okay. And Carmen, you're originally from where?
Brooklyn, New York.
Holla, girl. You know what I'm saying?
He was waiting for that.
He knows what I'm saying when I say off the heezy.
Yeah. Well, I was raised a lot in New Jersey, too. But, I mean, up there, New York is New Jersey, so.
I don't know. Let me find a New Yorker and see if they agree with that.
They're probably trying to leave New York right now, and they'll claim Jersey. It's pretty.
That's a fair point.
That's true for sure.
So, some of the questions that I had that I always find interesting is, so you're from the Northeast area. Nathan is from down in this area. Did either of you grow up in this type of lifestyle? As far as like growing your own food or trying to find a way to produce?
Nope.
Okay,
Not even close.
Okay.
I grew up in the country a little bit until probably about 3rd grade. And then after that, all I knew was city life. So growing my own stuff and doing my own stuff wasn't really anything I grew up in. My family knew about it, but I never did it. I never watched anyone do it. So this is kind of our first major adventure into doing what we are doing now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. We want to say hello to Mennonite Farmhouse for getting here. Thank you so much for stopping in.
Hope you're feeling better. I think you are. I thought I heard you. I thought I saw you saying you were feeling better over there. She wasn't feeling that good.
Okay. All right. So tell us how, I mean, obviously, as you guys know, Monica and I are from the Maryland area. We grew up around each other. It's how we found each other. But what about you all? If you were so far between, there's so much, land in between. How did the two of you bump into each other?
What?
How did he's asking?
Okay.
Hey, you know what we're going to do? We're going to take
like,
a 5.
He's saying a lot of words with like his mouth movements are like.
We're going to take a 5-minute break. We're going to let Carmen get
beard. It blocks your lips.
Yeah.
Carmen's going to get some Q-tips going in here.
No, seriously, it's bad. But anyway, we met at a barbecue, like on New Year's Day. We met at a church fellowship barbecue thing. My sister dragged me there. I didn't want to go. And he was pretty much dragged there too, kind of. His uncle was telling him, "Oh, you need to come get out." And then we met there, and then we had common ground. We just started talking, and
yep,
that's cool.
The rest is history.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, we were engaged a month later?
No, a couple months.
2 months later. Yeah, and then we got married 6 months
later.
You were trying to get out of New York, weren't you?
Well, I was here already.
Okay.
We moved here when I was 13. And yeah, so my parents, they stayed here. We stayed here, so.
Yep. And I just got back from getting out of the military. So I just moved back here from North Carolina into the area that November, and then we met that New Year's.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, what was I going to ask him?
I don't know. You have questions right there.
I keep doing this, man. You think it's like old age or too much?
Old.
You didn't even let me get it out. Okay. Moving right along. So tell us a little bit about your experience in the military there. So first of all, thank you for your service. We always like to make sure we give a shout out for people who fight for our freedoms. And I know that a lot of times most military folks are not interested in the thank yous, but nonetheless, I do appreciate it. So tell us maybe what branch you were in, and maybe
I served in the Marine Corps from December of 2011 to December of 2015. I was stationed in North Carolina. I did 2 deployments while I was one in Afghanistan and then one also in Romania. And that was about the stint of it. After that, I was pretty much done with it. I was ready to get out and ready to have a family because it kind of tore my family apart while I was in. So I was ready to get out and establish something and come back home and be around the ones that I loved and wanted to build a family with. So
yeah.
Okay.
That's awesome. Right.
It was fun while I was in. I had a blast, but I definitely am glad that I'm out.
Now, what does this mean right here? Semper Fi, Devil Dog. I don't know. Is that like Marine talk?
Semper Fi is the motto of the Marine Corps. It means always faithful. It's actually Semper Fidelis, but Semper Fi is just a shorter thing that we use. And pretty much we say it to our other brethren. If there was another Marine, you say Semper Fi. It's our way of greeting one another.
Okay. Yeah. Awesome. You just took me off comments, so I couldn't see.
Oh, stop. I'm going back.
Harvey Black too. Hello, welcome. Thank you for being here. We appreciate it. Yogi Hollow just put up the
link for Carmen and Nathan's page, Jesus Loving Homesteader.
Nice.
Thank you.
Awesome.
It'll keep going up. We'll keep putting that up throughout the night too. So if you haven't checked out Carmen and Nathan over at Jesus Loving Homesteader, definitely go check them out. I have to say there's some questions that I had that I didn't put on the list that I sent because Eric made that list. And I was like, oh, I have other stuff, but we'll get to his list first. And then maybe I'll have a few throw in there.
Pretty sure I memorized the list.
See?
Well, that's why we're going with my list. That's why we're going with my list.
Thank you.
I was this close to grabbing my phone and putting the live stream on so I could actually hear you, and then muting this. This close. But you already grabbed us on, and I was like, oh no.
If it's easier like that, go ahead. I can talk to Nathan while you're grabbing your phone.
So funny.
Okay. Well, I was being serious.
So come on. What other questions?
Yeah, I'm afraid the feedback is going to be bad though if she did that.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. So one of the things I wanted to acknowledge, first of all, to say congratulations, and for folks who are just joining us, this is Jesus Loving Homesteader, close neighbor. We actually had them over for dinner. You're moving the screen.
Oh, sorry.
We actually had them over for dinner earlier this week, and Monica made me. So no, I'm kidding. But I wanted to say congratulations to you. What was that? What was that show?
It's People Who Grow Food. So it's a big Instagram page. It's awesome. And like, I've been following it for years. People Who Grow Food. It's just awesome because it's like all over the world. And you see these like amazing people in these like awesome dresses that are the girls anyway, are usually in like these beautiful dresses. And they've got like this gorgeous, like beautiful farm garden things. And like everything is like amazing. And I'm like, I want to be that person so bad. And I go to my garden, it's all brown and dead. And I'm like, forget it. And then like legit the other day, Carmen is standing there with like a gourd wrapped around her. And she's like in all her like beautifulness, wearing her beautiful dress. And I was like, oh my gosh, Carmen's on this. I like screenshotted it. I like ran. I was like, you got to see this. Carmen's on People Who Grow Food. No joke. Totally enamored. I loved it so much. I was so excited for you because, well, I was partially excited for myself too, because I knew somebody who was on People Who Grow Food. Like it wasn't just people that I followed that I saw. I was like, I know her. So you were like a superstar that day. I was so excited. And that was literally like last week. It was last week maybe? So awesome.
That's so funny.
Seriously, like
so
awesome.
Did you hello Ariel, Viking, Venturer, and Victuals. Hello. So did
Carmen, that's right.
Yes, Carmen. Did you know that you were posted on that site?
Yeah. What happened was like I've been following that page forever too. And like I would comment on the people's stuff, and then people would ask questions. Like I would answer questions on there, you know, to kind of help people out, because some people don't respond to you. I don't know why. People are so mean. But I went on there. I was helping some people, and then I don't know, they started messaging me, and then I started messaging the page, and like, we would like to you have a beautiful garden, whatever. And I was like, oh yeah, you can showcase it. So she told me to send some pictures, and she's like, oh yeah, we'll get it. And what's crazy is when she got all the pictures, it took forever. Like I thought she just wasn't going to do it, so I didn't really think about it. But then like a month later, she messaged me. She's like, I'm so sorry. I just forgot to give you because you have to fill out some documents and stuff to make sure, you know, you can put your your stuff can go on there. And I don't know, you don't sue somebody. You know, this world, they crazy.
Yeah.
But
people are crazy.
So I did the thing, and then she finally posted them out there. And what's so funny, I was excited, but I was like cringing because she didn't post the pictures that I wanted her to post on there. I didn't tell her specifics, but I was like, man, there's better pictures than that. But I was like, okay.
No.
So I was like, looking. It was so funny because
they were all so cute.
She should have posted a new one.
Did she make it a requirement that you had to wear like a cute outfit? Because your outfit was cute too.
No, she didn't.
You were in your dress,
and I guess she just chose that picture.
You were like in a cute skirt. You had your like, you know, all of it was ready. Like you go to your garden, like I would go to like out in public, like dressed all nice. Me, I go to my garden and I'm in like washed out, like awful shorts. If somebody drives by, I'm like hiding. You don't want nobody to see me. You go out there and you're like, I'm going to my garden to enjoy.
Okay, I had on boots, boots that I wear to the garden, specifically for the garden, a jean skirt, and an apron from the kitchen. That's what I had on. Oh, and a headband.
That was cute. Like,
but thank you.
My headband looks like I'm wearing a towel to dry my hair. Like, no.
And it helps. He has a really good phone camera. So like he'll take the pictures all nice, and I'm like, well, my camera looking real dingy. I will be looking so crazy, and then you use his phone, and it's like, bro.
Yeah, I know. All washed out right now.
Yeah, because just recently, y'all, I know I seen the mail time where y'all opened up and y'all got that new iPhone or whatever that someone gifted y'all, and that's amazing because that's all I use too is the iPhone 12 Max. That's all we use for our camera and for our videos. So it definitely helps having that upgrade to those cameras.
Yeah, we're going to have to be upgrading Eric's phone soon. I have a feeling we're going to go for something big like that. I'm waiting for it to come down and pray. I'm waiting for it to get like a good deal so it's worth it, because then I can just tax write it off.
You are not lying.
This is
I have an iPhone 8 and I paid it off. We paid it off like what, a month ago?
Yeah.
And I was like, this thing is going to be with me until it is completely just gone. This will not, not buying another one until that thing is dead.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel you.
So we want to say hi to Mr. Marino. And then there was also someone new, it looked like, that popped in here. Let's see. Who was it?
Consider the Ant.
Consider the Ant.
Nice.
Awesome. Do you know them folks? I see you shaking your head.
Do you know some people in here?
I'll have to look with my...
She would know before I would.
Okay.
Yeah. So have you noticed a huge influx of Instagram followers since you were on People Who Grow Food?
Oh, thank you, Jesus.
I know our
Instagram. My Instagram. I've gotten a lot of followers from there, and our YouTube got a few.
Yeah, our YouTube has shot up over the past week quite a bit.
Yeah.
So it's definitely been a huge benefit to be able to be featured on that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's cool. Really great. Rebecca Davis.
I'm with you. That page is so cool. I love it. I love when they like showcase the gardens from like Africa and stuff, and you see these people like their dirt is like sand, and they're growing all these beautiful things. I'm like, what are they doing over there?
I know. It's like the page I go to make myself feel even more inadequate. I'm like, oh. And then I'm like, I need to be better. And then I go to my garden and I'm like, okay, I'm happy with this. It's cool. It's cool.
It's pretty amazing. So yeah, I was super excited. I think it's cool. My dad called me. So what happened? Are you like on a magazine or something? I'm like, like so extra. I'm like, no.
I want to say hello to Rebecca Davis. She said this is our first. I'm assuming it means her first live. Yeah. So I just want to make sure. But hello, Rebecca Davis. Thank you very much for stopping in. We appreciate that. All right.
Okay. So ask another question.
Well,
I want to ask about planting in the fall, and then.
Yeah, we'll get to that in just a second. So, one of the things that we talk about, and we even discussed it when you came over for dinner, is, the idea of being able to utilize your property. And so a lot of times, and I would say I was probably in this same mindset before we moved here and started living the way we live, which is you have in your mind what a farm should look like or what a homestead looks like. And so, to most people, that would be probably, I don't want to come, it's going to kind of sound cocky, and it's not meant to be like that. So please don't take it like that. But
he's diva sometimes. But watch out what happens, he says.
No, but many times people think like where we live is what a homestead looks like, right? Because you have a lot of space for different types of animals. But one of the things I've tried to continually push to people is it doesn't matter where you live, maximize your space no matter what it is. Because the reality is, even though we live on 10 acres, our area of growing basically is contained within our fence line. You saw that. You were here. You got to look around. And so so it's obviously more than people who live in a townhouse, which is where we came from. But we try to encourage people to find ways to maximize the space, no matter what that may look like. And so maybe you can share with us, because that's the thing that's really impressive, in the conversations Monica and I have had, is the way that you utilize your property looks, to me, it looks ginormous. And I haven't been to your place. Monica has. And she just talks about how you maximize like every space that you have and how amazing that is. So maybe would you mind sharing, if it's not too much, if it's too much information, just tell me pass. But can you tell us how much property you're utilizing for your garden?
Yeah. First, gardening with Goody. Yes, we are in Texas as well. We are not that far actually from Bland's Ranch.
So gardening with Goody
came over.
Gardening with Goody lives in Mineola.
Oh, wow.
Jason lives in, Jason with Gardening with Goody there. He's in Mineola, and he's on Instagram and YouTube as well. So yeah, good channel to watch too.
I follow him.
Oh,
yeah, he loves Jesus too. So I'm liking that.
But so the property that we own about a half an acre is what we own. Our gardening is less than a quarter acre, is what we garden on. It is actually really small. If you put our garden together and maybe where we keep our chickens, you may be a little less than a quarter acre. But our gardening is actually very small. I would have to probably measure it out, but it like you said, if you see our channel, you would think it's huge, but it's not. It's actually really it's larger than what I thought it would be, but it's definitely smaller than what most people think a garden is. But yeah, we just try to utilize the space to the best that we can and try to use it. And that's mainly her. She's got to me to build trellises all over the garden and raised beds, and we got stuff growing on our fence. We got stuff growing over our fence. I mean, wherever it's going to grow is where we try to grow it, because at the end of the day, we try to use the space that we do have.
Yeah. Trellising helps a lot, because a lot of the main stuff where we get our most food from, like we really like squash. Like we really like so we'll just trellis on all the squash, and like the beans, we'll put them on trellising. We also plant a lot of varieties that work well in like places like Asia and India and Armenia, I think. Yes. Yeah, Armenia.
They were good.
Armenian cucumbers. I was like, is that Armenia?
You gave us some of those this year. They were so good.
They're amazing.
And see, that was, I think, the first time we started gardening, the first year, we kind of messed up to where we tried to use and plant all these varieties that you hear, in the area or at your local gardening centers. They work, but I mean, once that heat hits, it's done, like, it's just like, oh, that was a nice run, it's done. Mm-hmm. So I was like, we have to find a way to extend this. So we started looking a lot more into veggies that grow in our climate, but not in Texas. Yeah. So when we moved some like Armenian cucumbers and the yard-long beans and tromboncino squash, those squashes get like 3 to 4 feet. Like we're not only able to grow those through the hot Texas summers, but they're bigger. So you plant these green beans, they're like this big, when the yard-long bean is, this big. So you can cut it up and use it in the same recipe. You just cut it up and you get more out of one. So it's like, we have learned to be a lot smarter with what we can work with, because we don't have to plant as many plants either, because like Armenian cucumbers, you had them. One plant will give you more than enough cucumbers. Yeah. And the long beans too. Those things produce, as long as you keep picking them, I mean, constant producers. And the squash too, the tromboncino squash, same thing. And you get a squash that's humongous, so you can cut up, peel, put it in the freezer, and you're good. So we've learned a lot on how the tricks of the trade.
Yeah, and that's the important thing about like vining plants. A lot of people think just because it's vining, it has to be on the ground. But if you grow that up on a trellis, or you build your trellises in a way that preserves your space, you'll get the same amount of produce, and it'll save that much space. One of my favorite trellises that we built was the tunnel trellis.
Cattle panels.
The cattle panels. Just bought two cattle panels, put them over with some T-posts, and made a tunnel where you can walk through it. So it's still walking space, but everything grows up and over and hangs down, so it's easy to harvest as well.
Right. And trellising is awesome, but there is one thing I've learned when it comes to trellising. Some squash, like butternuts and things, they get hit with those vine borers. They're really bad where we are. I don't know about you guys. Do y'all get those vine borer things?
Yes, okay. I went away to South Carolina and came back, and all of my cucumbers had been destroyed and decimated by the squash vine. They took over my squash and my cucumbers and everything. And then the heat, Eric was like, "Oh, it's okay. I was watering them." I'm like, "Yeah, well, the squash vine borers killed everything."
So what we've learned with those, you can buy something called BT and inject it in the stems. But I'm the type of person, I like a quick fix, and I don't feel like going to the store. I got too many. Y'all know we got too many children, so you just don't got time to be going to the store at a moment's notice. So what I've been doing is when you get hit, you bury your stems. And your roots, the roots will grow right down into the dirt, and you save half your plant for at least a little bit longer. I mean, it may die eventually, but it saves it longer, at least for the squash that are already on there to ripen. So you can't do that when you're trellising.
Yep.
So that's the kind of the thing. Well, it's like at least grow one on the ground and one up a trellis.
I did that this year, and it was awesome, and it saved my butternut squash twice.
Yep.
Well, what I'm going to say, though, and this is a little side note. Hello.
Hey, Celtic Roots.
Celtic Roots Farm. Good to see you. Michael from the Green Acre, I saw your comment. Thank you. I appreciate that. One thing I'll say, though, is I got in trouble this year. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm going to tell this because, all right, it's got to be told.
Stories.
No, it's got to be told. So when I was a kid, my grandfather in West Virginia grew pumpkins, and he would enter into a pumpkin contest every year. And these things were massive.
Yeah, they were scary big.
They were really,
I've
really
seen
big.
Pictures.
And I used to ask I would ask Granddad when I got old enough to understand. I said, "Granddad, how do you grow your pumpkins so big?" And he said that, where you plant the pumpkin, when the vine comes out about 3 or 4 feet, then you take it halfway and replant it in the ground. And that way it continues to grow stronger because it's getting nutrients as it's growing out. And so this year I did that with the watermelons. Man, that thing blew up.
Yeah, blew up into my peppers, into my other peppers, into my cucumbers, into my squash. It blew up everywhere. It blew up into the neighbor's yard.
This is my story.
The cows were like, "What's this, man? Watermelon in my yard?" Went through the fence into the other side.
So Gary's asking what part of West Virginia. It was close to Parkersburg. There's a little town called Mount Zion in Calhoun County.
Yep.
All right. But no, I mean, that was the ticket. Granddad had the ticket.
Yeah.
Right
Smart.
there.
Mm-hmm.
Raquel, we see you. Hello. But she got mad at me because they were growing really well.
I got mad at them because they were taking over my garden, and asked him how many ripe watermelons we got from that one spot.
Well, if you go and you look at some of our videos, I can't help that. Look, I do the growing, put the fertilizer out, aka the manure, and then she's supposed to be picking it when it's ready to go. I can't help it. You don't know how to pick watermelon?
No. That watermelon, he planted it everywhere, and they were all garbage. but the sugar babies that we got from you, because we got them from you, the sugar babies destroyed my garden. They did so good. And they were like killing it. They were like, "Oh, here I am. I'm ready to be picked. Eat me."
That's awesome.
So I got a bunch of I got 4, but I was so excited because it was 4 more than them big old black diamonds that he planted everywhere.
I can't. I don't know. I don't even know how to respond to that. That's just horrible. I mean, you think we would.
Our sugar babies did pretty good too. We planted a variety called Desert King, and they're like lime green, and they're huge, and their flesh is orange, or the inside is orange. We got so many of those ripe, But the problem was they had so many seeds.
The big seeds too.
Like the seeds were huge. Like, I mean, I'm the type of person, I ain't picking seeds out. I'll eat them. I don't care. But these watermelon, I couldn't even do that. Like, it was like 10 seeds in one bite. I was so upset because they were huge. They were huge watermelon, and we were getting so many. But they were almost inedible. It was so frustrating. We just gave them to the chickens. It was horrible.
Yeah.
It's going to be sugar babies for us from here on out. I'll be like, let's grow them. Because we trellis them too. And even though we trellis them, we didn't have no like little, we didn't put any kind of cushions on them, right? We just trellised them and hope for the best. Because I was like, ain't nobody got time for that right now.
Yeah.
I like everybody else covering their plants, giving them little like hanging little canopy, whatever, the little hammocks. I don't have time to make no hammocks for my watermelons. If you're done, fall off, dude. And you know what? I got like 4 of them from there, and I was happy with all 4 of them. I was like, these are great, perfect. I had a little duds, but I figured out when to finally pick them. But all the black diamonds, done. Just.
We grew a variety last year called Crimson Sweet.
Mm-hmm.
That variety did so good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the only reason I didn't grow them this year is I just didn't get time to buy them, the seeds. But we're probably going to do that next year. The Sugar Baby and the Crimson Sweet, because they were huge and they were ripe every time we picked them.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know. They did great. So maybe next time.
Yeah.
Wanted to say real quick hello to Jackie and then also M. Pedmar.
Margie. And then also.
I know. Well, I'm like kind of in
I don't want to say this while Monica's looking she's scrolling for something.
And rolling with Raquel. Did you say hi to
Yes, I said hi to Raquel earlier.
Yeah.
I'm really enjoying asking questions where Carmen has to demonstrate how big things are. It's like Nathan is like totally in the way. And she's like she's coming closer to the camera.
He was literally getting mad at me earlier because when we sat down, I had to keep angling the camera. But for some reason, when we put it straight in front of us, it doesn't work. It's not working. So he's like, can you stop angling the camera? And I'm just like, this is the only way.
You kept moving it closer in front of me, so now you see the problem.
Yeah, and then I'm like, well, it has to be close enough too so I can hear. So like I'm moving my hand right now and you can't even see it, and it bothers me because I talk with my hands, so I can't put the full effect.
Yeah, Nathan, would you mind just kind of scooting off to the side a little bit?
I'll just move the camera.
Just sit behind her and periodically just interject something.
Oh my goodness! Hey, Brenda Baker, you're just in time. See? Okay, so Eric was asking about your garden. We talked a little bit about some of the things you planted and everything. Because I'm taking notes too. Because I still learn so much from you. Because I have watched your channel and. Again, I follow you on Facebook when we do the tarot gardening stuff because you're local to me. So I can, I'm watching what you're planting. I know what you're planting it's helping me to remind me when to plant stuff. I know also too, if I have to reach out to and say, what are you putting in the ground? I need to know what to put in the ground. I can ask those questions. But right now it's the time to plant for fall for us. Right. So what are you putting in the ground or what have you put in the ground?
Okay. So everything we have in the ground right now is from seed. Mm-hmm. I got a late start on that, but everything that in there right now is from seed. We did broccoli. We have dill and cilantro reseeding from the last plants in the spring. They're all popping up everywhere. So nice. I've had to carefully remove them and put them in other places. We have carrots.
Out of there.
I finally got a bunch of carrots to germinate.
Why is he even here? He's not even allowed to talk. He's getting in the way.
Let me tell you something. He doesn't know.
Look,
that's the problem. He doesn't know what we have in the garden.
He takes all the videos and he helps you out.
Well,
I'm the back labor. Yeah. She's the brains.
Yeah.
I feel you, bro. I feel you.
What are you even talking about? Everybody takes videos for you. You're literally the YouTube diva. No. He's like, hold the camera here, son.
Well, I can't help
it up higher.
Well, you got to know what you're doing.
Okay, what kind of stuff are you putting in your garden too?
Do you guys eat Swiss chard?
No. but we will if we have it. And that's actually, they were talking about Swiss chard in the, I think a few people have planted Swiss chard, and they were talking about Lisa from, she's in South Dakota, and she was asking when it was time to harvest, and she's been talking to some people up there about it. So do you have Swiss chard in your garden?
Yes. Swiss chard usually reseeds itself, because I mean, mine comes back every time, but I prefer the all green one, even though the rainbow ones are really pretty. They have those really pink stems and yellow stems.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why, but the green ones just grow better for us, and more abundant. And you can kind of pack them in, but still get a good bounty. So yeah, we have Swiss chard, broccoli, the herbs, and we have the bush beans.
Mm-hmm.
I went ahead and grew those because the long beans, they need the warmth. So I don't know how long they're going to go. So I went ahead and did the green beans. We're probably going to go to a nursery. There's a nursery in Balch Springs called Ron's Organics. I don't know if y'all have been there.
No. I'm taking notes.
We love Ron's Organics. Obviously, everything's organic. Now, they sell their own compost, their own garden soil. They have it the bagged, or they have it by the truckload if you wanted to pick it up. They have a bunch of plants all the time, perennials and your veggies. I mean, they're great. And they also have an abundance of information, like just by the checkout line. They have printed out papers full of schedules and different things that you can grab from there. I plan on hopefully going there sometime soon and getting a few things. Maybe
just a few.
Maybe a few extra plants if I have the room, which we'll probably have the room. But
one plant.
Oh,
how do you?
So hold on. So you were talking about the Swiss. Oh, geez, where did it go? Sorry, somebody was asking.
What's a good recipe for with Swiss chard? My thoughts are saute and bacon grease.
Yeah, I cook it just like I would cook collard greens or like spinach. I mean, we've also we've also used it for wraps, like instead of a tortilla. Sometimes when they're big enough, they're harder, so we'll use those for wraps. We like Swiss chard. I mean, I eat it more than he does because he's at work, unfortunately.
If you're gonna put it in a skillet, what do you add with it?
We've done butter, we've done bacon grease, we've done garlic. I put garlic in almost anything and everything greens. Yep. I've done it with ham. I've cooked down the ham first and then added some of the bacon grease and then put the Swiss chard in there. I put it in soups. I've cut it up really fine, put it in soups. I honestly, if you grow it, I'm a big believer in if you grow it, you need to eat it.
Yes.
And
that's what we try to do here.
You have to. I mean, just figure out a way to eat it because the Lord has just blessed you with this growing. I mean, you can't just be like, all right, whatever, unless your watermelon has very big seeds, then you give it to your chickens.
Or
someone's eating it.
Or unless it's cucamelons, right?
I didn't even get any cucamelons.
There ain't nothing wrong with cucamelons.
You're not missing anything.
The kids all tried them, and my 9-year-old would pick them right off of there and pop them in his mouth too. So, hey, if the 9-year-old is enjoying them, let him be.
Some people like them, some people don't. Some people say to pick them when they're really small, that they taste like little just lemon drop cucumbers. So I don't know how big you were picking them. I don't know. I didn't get any. My plant was huge, and I didn't get any.
They grow, I will say they grow kind of at the bottom, like the base of my big bushy plant. The bottom is where it started. The vines were vining up on the top, but I would have to kind of like lift the big jumbled mess and they would be hidden in there. So maybe you had some, maybe they were just hidden.
Well, if I did, we will find out in the springtime when all those little babies start shooting everywhere. I really hope not. But another thing that we planted this year, Malabar spinach. Did I give you Malabar spinach?
Yes. And my chickens jumped in there at the beginning of as soon as I planted them. I planted 4 of them. Chickens got in there and destroyed 3 of them. And then the last one I had alive died. It gave up life. It was like, my friends were gone. I'm dead. And I was like, okay, great.
I'll give you more next year. They was really good.
Yeah.
That spinach was really, really good. And it went on the entire season. Yeah. I mean, it's still going. It hasn't even died.
Wow.
And it gets very little water.
Yeah, almost no water, because I planted it on the other side of the yard and I expected myself to take care of it. It's completely away from the garden. It's horrible, but it's growing. It's doing amazing. It's doing amazing. So I guess it can be neglected. So if any of you neglect plants, grow Malabar spinach. It'll work for you.
All right. So we want to give a hello real quick to Highland Homesteading Projects with Paul. I think I got everybody. We're trying to keep
everyone.
Yeah.
Somebody asked a question too.
Yeah. So I'll pop it up.
Yellow
here.
crookneck summer squash. I don't get any of those. The vine borers eat it before I even get any.
Yeah.
All right. So we have a question. So Nathan's going to get a chance to talk.
Yes.
Highland Homesteading said, "Tell me about that pastor life shirt, bro."
My wife loves buying me random shirts with hashtags.
Wait.
So you're not even a pastor. You just
No, I am.
She just likes the yard sale and she found it.
Oh, that's right. No, this was a gift from a lady at the church that we do pastor.
Yeah.
She's seen it, so she bought it for us as a gift, I think last year for Pastor Appreciation Month or something like that, which is what we're in now. So she bought this for me. And it's great. I don't know.
She's awesome.
She is awesome.
Yeah, she's one of our best friends.
It's honestly, this right here is what I prefer to do. Let me get it to the right way. I work a full-time job right now, which luckily I'm going to be going part-time starting in November. So I'm going to do part-time in my secular job, you could say, and then also part-time at the church, and then working part-time here at the house. So I'm going to have 3 part-time jobs. It's going to be great. Looking forward to it. But yes, I am a pastor of a church in Mesquite, Texas, that me and my wife have been pastoring now for 3 years.
Yes. And when he says part-time church, we all know that's a lot. It's going to be full-time church, but thankfully the job that he's in, when he gets off at 12, he's going to be able to go to the church and be there for however long. We have a lot of little tasks we have to do, and we've also committed to he's going to be taking our son Hollis with him, and he's 4. He's 4. He's going to be taking him which is going to help me a lot, because our son loves his daddy. So all the tasks he's going to be doing during that time, he's going to have Hollis with him, praying with him, helping him to just raising them up. You know how it is, y'all.
Yep. Train up that child.
There you go. I want to say hi to On the Plant. They just popped in.
Hey, Tom.
Hi.
Hello.
Tom on the plant.
And then Life with Mindy.
Mindy wants to know, what's the name of the church?
Gateway Apostolic Church.
Gateway. That's my sister. Mindy. It's Gateway Apostolic.
Oh, that's your sister?
That's my sister. Life with Mindy. She lives in Cache.
Huh.
So she close.
Nice.
Life with Mindy. Nice.
Okay.
It's not even a channel. She just made it up so she can come in here and watch us.
So
it's okay.
creative. She almost had a subscriber.
I know, right? but that's okay, because I appreciate her being in here and watching us, because she can send me messages and be like, "Hey, you need to smile more," or "Hey, your double chin is sticking out." So I got backup. I got backup watching me. Thank you, Brenda Baker.
Brenda, thank you for coming in. Ryan, thank you very much for stopping in.
Yes, thank you for being here, Ryan.
Bye.
Appreciate it. All right.
Ryan's got to work harder now because Lisa is about to be done working full-time job over at Yogi Hollow. So
nice.
She's getting ready to go part-time too, I think she said. So
that's awesome.
Part-time. That's a good feeling when you can do that and focus more time on, maybe it's YouTube, maybe it's just your garden, maybe whatever it is,
And on top of that, the reason why this is possible, not only because the Lord is so good, but we were able to pay off our van. We were able to pay off all sorts of debt this year and last year, our credit cards and stuff.
Yep.
So we just knew that and gardening has helped so much too. Our grocery bill has seriously plummeted so much, thankfully. So, hey, if any of you guys want to work part-time too, you got to get that debt.
There you go. How you do? Thank you for stopping in, James.
Yes, thank you so much.
Appreciate it. Mahalo.
All right.
Oh my goodness.
So what was your next question?
Well,
don't be cheating on my book.
Oh,
You said
okay.
you had
So
questions.
I have questions. Okay. Well, actually, mine is not a question as much as I'm going to touch on something. So we've been talking about too. Hickory Croft said gardening helps big time with the grocery bill. It really does. And thank you, Gary Brown, for coming. We appreciate you so much. And thank you that we appreciate you being here. So anyway, one of the things that we really do like to do is, talk to others about how God has used what you're doing to bless others. And I know you all completely are just such a big heart, just because I know who you guys are. And I know that you're always just looking out for others too. So I know you've got a lot going on at your place, but how have you used your channel, or how have you used your garden or your homestead to bless others recently? What have you been doing, or how are you using it to bless others?
Well, we usually, just in general, we always plant more than what we know is for us, even though I feel like every year we need to plant more, but we always try to make sure we have enough set aside for like friends and people at church. Like even when we start our seedlings, like, so we're able to give our friends some seedlings. Like if we have any left over, we are able to be like, hey guys, who wants plants? Or even like trading and, bartering on the pages. I think that's so cool just to even teach the kids that we can do that. Like that we live in a world that revolves around money, so it's fun when we're like, look at this, we made this, we had this plant left over, and they have this pot that we would like, let's just trade, teach them. And something really cool that came from our YouTube channel, I started feeling a little guilty about our channel. It's the enemy, but I was like, man, I feel like, are we helping people? Are we really making this huge difference? I was feeling that way. And then like, I don't know, a week later, we had talked to some new members in our church, and she came up to me. She's like, you know what? I've been wanting to tell you this, but I thought you maybe think I was kind of weird or whatever. She's so nice. They're awesome family. And I'm like, okay. So she was like, well, we found your church because we watch your YouTube channel. I was like, what? So I was like, wait, what? This is a week after I was feeling so guilty about the YouTube channel. Yep. And feeling like I wasn't, we weren't making this huge difference. We're wasting time. And then we got a family to come to church that we pray with, and we're going to start having Bible studies with them and all this stuff. And I go over her house from YouTube. And I was like, Lord, I would have never even guessed. I couldn't even remember us even mentioning our church on our YouTube channel, which I'm sure we have, but I didn't remember. It wasn't something, but I was like, thank you, Lord. You're so good. Yep. And we're able to help them garden too. Hopefully my goal is that every family in our church will start a garden. And even the ones that have the smaller spaces, like the balconies and stuff like that, they can at least grow herbs or one plant that they know they're going to use in their kitchen, so because we all can do it. We really can. There's shade plants that we can grow, even if it's something small. So that's the goal. Yeah. That everyone in our church is able to at least grow one thing in their condition. So I don't know. God has just blessed us in that aspect. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. And another thing is too, like, it also shows people that, like she was saying, in a way, like you can do it too. Like it doesn't take someone who is super knowledgeable, who knows everything, to get out there and just begin to do it. Mm-hmm. Building raised beds is easy. Doing these things is easy. Just getting it started is easy. And I feel like in a world that we live in today, people need to know that you can garden too. You can get out there, you can add some stuff to your soil, you can plant a seed, you can buy some plants, let the plants grow, and begin to eat food that you're growing in your own land and in your own property. And I feel like that's what we started out with, was trying to let people know, hey, if we can do it, you can do it. Because a girl from Brooklyn and a guy from the city just randomly said, hey, let's start gardening one day, and we did it.
I love how you just said from the city. What part of the city of Texas are you referring to?
Mesquite.
Mesquite is the city, y'all.
Mesquite is the city.
That's so cute.
Okay, so
it's not
actual
city
city
Dallas.
people. Actual city people are laughing. At Mesquite,
But-
the M.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I also grew up in Gainesville. That was more country. You actually had people going through the drive-through on a horse.
Oh, I thought he said Gangsville. I was like, wait, what? That sounds like the city if it's Gangsville, but
No,
you said
Gainesville, up
Gainesville.
there in North Dallas or North Texas area.
Gainesville, yeah, that's.
I'm serious. I've seen someone go through a Jack in the Box drive-through on a horse.
That's just
Crazy.
cool. What that is.
Oh,
That's cool.
Monica, before we get into this, I wanted to show you my shirt. If I can do this.
Oh, look at your shirt.
Bloom where you are planted.
Are you prepared?
I love that. So that actually segues me into something that I wanted to talk to you about.
Look at that. Perfect segue.
Perfect. So everybody can join us, and I hope to put out a video this week coming up so that we can, it'll be a quick little video to kind of explain some of the rules that I'm still working on because I'm not that prepared. But I am prepared because it's all in my mind. It's here. It's right here. And I'm going to have it come out here now. Okay.
Her brain is like a maze.
Okay. So Carmen and Nathan at Jesus Loving Homesteader are going to do a collaboration with Eric and I. And we're inviting every one of you and all the people that follow our channels to come with us and be a part of this collaboration and do a video showing us how you are blooming where you are planted. And we want to encourage you to do a video. It doesn't have to be a long video, but it's going to be some sort of video showing us how you use your homestead, how you use your farm, your garden, whatever you have, whether you live in an apartment somewhere or whether you live on 150 acres somewhere, whether you live in a city or in the country, no matter where you're at, how are you using what God has given you to bloom? And by blooming, I mean not just, okay, we're growing a lot of things for our family. I mean, like, how are you using what God has given you to be able to touch others and to just be able to make the best out of your situation? And like Carmen said, if you are, if you have an apartment and you're just growing the herbs so that you can make salsa with your store-bought peppers and tomatoes, which we all have to do sometimes, because our garden is just because it's there and we have a big space doesn't mean God is going to bless that garden. And I found that out this year. You know, it was very humbling to me when I thought, oh, well, I can grow tomatoes. It's not a big deal. I'm going to put 12 plants in and they're all going to grow. At least 6 of them will, right? This year has been awful for my tomatoes. And I'm like, Lord, I thought for some reason I could do this on my own. And I thought because I had done this before, it was going to be easy, but it's not about that. It's about constantly asking you to continue to bless what I'm doing. And so, in the past, we've been able to give so much of what we've had as extra to other people. And this year I'm like hoarding it kind of, because I'm like, I don't want to give it away. I just don't have that much. But I realized I had to release that moment and just be like, no, never mind. Whatever I have, it's all yours, Lord. Give it to whoever needs it. And so I've been doing that more. But I feel like I just really want to encourage people to share with us how they're blooming, how you are blooming where God has planted you. So Carmen and Nathan are going to do a video on their channel, and it's going to have some requirements in it, and it's going to be very loose. It doesn't have to be anything strict, but the only thing you have to have is the hashtag that we're going to put out, and it's going to be bloom where you are planted. So it's going to be a long hashtag. Maybe I can shorten it somehow, but I don't think so. I think it has to be that, like, bloom where you are planted. And so that's going to be the hashtag, and it's going to be amazing. And we're just going to ask the Lord to bless this, that everyone would be encouraged, that it doesn't matter where you live or what you're doing. How are you blooming? How are you blooming where you're planted? So let's do this. Okay. So let's see if we can get a bunch of people to show, and maybe we can learn from one another. And so we'll set it up as a playlist. Once we put up ours, and when Jesus Loving Homesteader puts up theirs, they'll be on our playlist, and we'll have them on ours with our channel. And then everybody that posts that link, everybody that does that hashtag, we're gonna put you right there on ours. So I just bloomed all over my siblings. Oh, Alicia, I love you so much. Yes, bloom where you are planted. Adventures in the Homestead. I hope you'll join us, Adventures in the Homestead, because
he said he was in. I saw it.
He's in. Boom. He's awesome. I'm telling you, their channel is great.
What does this mean? Life with Mindy. This lady's weird.
Bloom where you be-app. I don't know. That doesn't have the ring to it, man. Be-app. I don't bloom. You are planted. No, I don't think so. Oh, it's be-wap. Be-wap. She's trying to abbreviate it. No sense. Abbreviation, not good, man.
Yeah.
No.
All right. Pass.
Bar Run Forge says, Nathan, keep on keeping on. Fellow pastor here. Part-time is funny. I'm a full-time minister, part-time farmer, and a part-time blacksmith.
That's cool.
He's awesome. His channel is pretty cool too.
Yes,
like,
I think we subscribed to him whenever y'all had him on.
Did. Yeah,
he made our brand. We didn't show you our little steak brand. He made us a steak brand. That's
awesome. So cool.
Yeah, I think I seen the video or something of him posting about that, so I watched him make it.
Yeah.
Yes.
We need to get a logo.
We do.
Yeah. Get you a logo so we can swap stickers and you can be part of the sticker swap people.
See, I saw that. I was like, she is like so. See,
that's awesome.
You're so cool when it comes to the YouTube stuff because I mean, we could barely get this together. Like, I was like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, I like this. This is awesome. And I think we're going to have a good collaboration. I'm excited.
Yeah,
Very
you're going to have
excited.
to teach me about the playlist thing and all that stuff because I'm over here. What?
Yeah. What I meant by part-time was I would actually be dedicated to the facility of our church.
Yeah.
Part-time.
That's why I kind of corrected him.
Yeah. Because, I mean, full-time, ministry is always there. My phone's always on. It's always available for those that need me. And, yeah, it's always there. But I'll be able to actually carve out time of my day to spend at the church.
Yeah.
And really dedicating myself into the ministry
instead of being at work with his Bible over here.
Yeah.
Watching his back.
Trying
to
get a sermon.
Here's our logo. You can't see it. It's backwards. Our brand.
Oh, nice.
It's awesome. Abigail brought it in.
That's so cool.
It's upside down. We can't even see it.
Well, why are you
there?
Oh, there it is.
Abigail brought it in. She was all excited. She was like, Mom.
But yeah, we definitely do. I mean, we got to create some kind of logo. But again, we're not big on branding and marketing. Like that's not our expertise.
We're just not good at it.
We're not.
There's a lot of people that help out.
We'll figure it out. We're gonna have to ask you all sorts of questions because we're gonna have to figure it out.
Well, that's what this community is all about, trying to help each other. And there's a lot of creative people in here, like some of these other channels, like we talked about, the Green Acre and Adventures
on the Homestead.
On the homesteading.
Daz is really awesome. And
Daz is great.
Daz at my Aussie Kitchen and Garden. I always just want to be like, Daz, it's just Daz. For real. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah. And so
these people are just amazing.
Yeah. And that's how we want to continue to grow and help each other to do that, because branding is important. Anybody that does any kind of business, it's all about branding, because a lot of times they don't remember names, but they remember logos.
But a logo there you go. Daz said the logo can change. Don't worry about it too much. But if you want a logo, look, there you go. Daz says, I'm always happy to help with a logo. He is
nice. I like your logo.
He's awesome. He also did Yogi Hollow Farm. He's awesome. Speaking of Daz, I don't know if you guys care or not, but I wanted to show something real quick because Daz really helped us out. Now, have you guys seen?
What? You can't do that. You got to lead into it.
Yeah, I have. I am
into it.
So have you guys seen did you see any of our videos where Eric had some items stuck in his beard? Did you hear about that?
See, I did hear about it. Yes.
It was
the maggots. Was it maggots?
It was a maggot. It was one lonely maggot, but that's enough.
Is it?
Yeah, that's enough.
Is one maggot enough?
So here's the thing.
We've been talking about, I want to say this, that people have been talking about this maggot merch for quite some time now. Chelsea and
Mike are the instigators in this from Vision Acres Homestead. They were on last week. Yeah. So they're instigating some merch, and we enjoy merch because we've done it before, and honestly I think they're fabulous. And so Daz worked on something for us, and he sent me this the other day. We put this out. It's not even all the way up. You see that? He sent me, and you can't even see all of it.
Look at it. It's so cute.
But that's on a tumbler mug thing, right? Cute. Yeah, it's so cute. Let me just tell you. Daz is awesome. So that's one of our merch items. Here's the other one. Let's see if we can get it up. There, it's a mug. It's a mug. It's the same thing. It's not, it's not rice honey. And it's a little, if you see the little maggot right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's hiding there. So we're going to go ahead and put that on our site so that you can buy stuff. And so we can actually purchase it to send to people. We also have added the tornadic maggots, because last week Eric said there was a windstorm outside that was almost tornadic.
It looks like a chocolate covered banana.
It does.
Okay. It kind of does, actually, now you said it. But he's got a helmet on and he's in a tornado because, tornadic maggots is, yeah. So we might have to, Alicia, name the maggot. So we've got some merch that's going to be going up. And last but not least, my brother-in-law, again, we have great people. This was made by a friend of ours too. Super awesome guy. One of our friends for like 20 years now. And then this was made by our brother-in-law, and it's Eric on a maggot body with his sharpshooters and his 6-shooters. And it actually says up in the corner up here somewhere, you can't really see it. It says, "What you talking about, maggots?" So I haven't quite decided which all of the merch I'm going to leave up or take down, but we may have to, Country Mama says I'm behaving myself. We might have to go ahead and send some of this merch out to some of you beautiful people of ours, because you guys are great
so funny
to go along with this. But you see, this is what happens when you say something great on your YouTube and people roll with it. Like literally my brother-in-law sent this by like the evening. Project with Paul said should call him Blando. Blando the maggot.
I wonder if it's like a play on like Rambo.
Blando, Rambo. Maybe it could be. I'm just saying that's pretty funny. That's pretty funny.
I like it.
Yeah, we're gonna go with that. Maybe we won't look so.
I like that sticker.
Yeah, this is the sticker that we have been sending out to everybody. This was also created for us. My brother-in-law sent us a bunch of these. And so, see, when you need people to do something, you just say the word and people are going to jump in and help out. And that's truly how the Lord has blessed us too in this community. So you need a logo, you want a logo, say what you want. People are going to work. Oh, Alicia said we should call him Marlon Blando. Marlon Blando the maggot. That's fantastic. Oh my, Simply Jan's in here. She's amazing. Simply Jan is awesome. If it ain't got maggots, it ain't right. I'm telling you what. But so we've got some merch that we're releasing, and honestly, more than anything, I think that we're going to use this merch probably for gifts for people, because it's fun to.
I mean, who doesn't want maggot merch?
Who doesn't want stuff that just makes you laugh? Look, Nathan's like, I don't want any maggot merch.
I'll take it.
Hey,
see, look,
all I got to do is put a hashtag in front of it, and I know who's going to buy it.
Alicia.
No,
yeah, Carmen.
The one that kept going like this.
I need the mug. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I'll put the hashtag on the back. I'll hashtag something on the back so that way it's more appealing. Hashtag you bought it. Yeah. Maggot. Oh, there you go. Maggot America great again. Random maggot. Yeah. And then Mindy said, yep, everyone gets maggots for Christmas. That may be what's going to happen. She knows, she's family. It's coming. It's all coming. So anyway, but do you have any more questions for them? Does anybody have questions for Carmen and Ethan? If you have questions, put it in the chat, please, for me, and put it real big so that they can, you can ask them some questions and, see if they have any questions for anybody. I think we were putting the questions up as they were coming anyway. But if you guys have any questions.
I had a question.
Yes, you were, Katina. Yeah.
What?
She said, I am back just in time for the maggot talk.
You just missed it. We just did the whole maggot spiel.
I'll send you pics through Instagram.
Throw them up behind me while I'm talking.
All right, you talk and I'll throw them up behind you.
All right. So I had a question because earlier I was rudely interrupted. And it was about, we were talking about homesteading and things like that. So do you consider where you live as a homestead?
Yeah.
The way I picture a homestead is anywhere where you're being just having your own food, taking control of your own food in some way. We started this with chickens, and even when we just had chickens, I felt like we were homesteading. I was like, if things got real, guess what? The chickens, you gotta do what you gotta do. So on top of the eggs, and then we had the garden, and then we got rabbits. So I mean, anytime you have control over what your family is consuming, and you're able to, like, let's say all the grocery stores shut down, and you're still able to go to your yard and make something, even if, I mean, like, just with the eggs or whatever, that's a homestead, in my opinion. That's what I see as a homestead.
I feel like whenever you're becoming more self-sustaining,
there's the word.
Is the word.
Mm-hmm.
When you become more self-sustaining, that's where it becomes important, because there's so many different ways that you can do it, and there's so many different avenues that you can look into it, and it's hard to put it into one category. I mean, we have a friend that's in Virginia, and he's growing Carolina Reapers on his porch just because that's what he wants to do. And I count that as homesteading. You know, he's doing something to grow something for himself, for his family, and to begin to move. So
what is his thing? The Digital Disciple?
Yes, Digital Disciple Ministries.
Digital Disciple Ministries is his YouTube. And
That's
he
cool.
will have videos right next to his pepper plant that's sitting on his desk.
Carolina Reaper.
We're like, what plant is that? Oh, that's my pepper. And you know what? He does it with the window open, and, you know, it's working. It's growing. I mean, he brings it in when he needs to, takes it out. They have a very small space, but, you know, that's what it's all about. Taking control of your food, you know, knowing exactly what's in it, who's growing it. You know, that's awesome. That is so awesome. His YouTube is awesome.
So one of the questions I wanted to ask too, and this was kind of over the last couple of interviews that we've been invited to, where people were grilling us, like we're grilling you right now, is do you consider yourself a prepper?
A prepper. That's a good question.
I would probably say no. Not so much a prepper, because I feel like, to me, when I hear the word prepper, that's like way above and beyond what I've ever thought. You know, like, I don't have a fallout shelter in my backyard that's sustaining me for the next 10 years. That's, to me, that's a prepper. You know, like, if you have enough food in your pantry or in your root cellar, whatever you have, to sustain your family for a year and out, I feel like that's my goal. I would love to be able to eat what we grow for a year. I would love to be able to sustain ourselves in that way. But I definitely wouldn't say I'm a prepper, because I don't have a garage full of guns and ammunition. I don't have MREs that
he's not a real Texan. It don't have anything to do with prepping. This has to do with you being a Texan. What's wrong with you, boy?
I only have one box of MREs, so that won't last too long. But I'm definitely more of just the homesteader and not a prepper.
This is kind of where I am with the prepper thing. I feel like the Israelites were fed with quail that came from the sky. And I feel like we grow our food, and if it got real, like really real, to where we didn't have enough, I really see the Lord providing. And it could be quail from the sky, or it can be just being able to create a refuge with the community we've made of other people in our area, to where if we don't have what we have, we could, hey, Monica, Eric, do y'all have, we're in need, you know, whatever, or y'all can call us about something. So we don't necessarily prep everything, but we do have enough to sustain us for a little bit. But if it were to get real, I feel like the Lord will provide.
Well, I think that's one of the things that we learned when we were talking to Gray Man Prepping last week too. He was talking about the MAG, the Mutual Assistance Group. And he was saying that, you know, that's one of the things that a lot of people in the prepping community do. And sometimes people think prepping is like, woo, people are cuckoo. They're praying, you know, they're prepping for the, you know, the apocalypse. But I think that for us, you know, we do consider ourselves a little bit of a prepper because we try to be prepared, because I feel like we're truly trying to prepare enough food in our jars and our cans to not waste what we have, but also to be able to put it up and store it so that we're prepared to help out our family that's immediately around. Like my dad just moved here, and he's not putting extra cans up, doing anything, but I know that we have prepared with the people around us, like you said, enough to know that if we have to tap into those resources, we can. I need to say, okay, you know, you've got fruit trees over there at my sister's house. I need to come. We need to swap some fruit out. My sister and brother-in-law, he even sat down. We were talking to him yesterday, and he was sitting there talking to me. He looked at me. He said, I think we really haven't talked about this, but I hope you know that if something goes down, we are packing the children up and anything that we can and fit into our van, and we're coming to your house. Like that's
what?
Yeah, I know, right? No.
Wait, who said this?
Barry. But we know,
Wait,
stop it. We know that, and we're prepared. And that's one of the things I feel like the Lord's put on our heart as kind of being that central location, is to make sure that we have our stuff kind of stored up that way too. So we know too, when they've got, being a good steward with our blessings. And that's what I feel like it's kind of, we're doing. I feel like too, sometimes the Lord will put that on your heart, and sometimes he won't. Sometimes he's not putting that part of it on that urgency to prepare things. Just like a few years ago, that wasn't on Eric's heart, really. That wasn't something that he was really invested in. And then earlier this year, he was like, I think that we really need to start.
That's right, country mama. Exactly.
Yes, exactly. And I feel like earlier this year, Eric was kind of more like, okay, I think we need to really step up our game on just food stores. Meaning if something happens like last year, we need to make sure we have enough flour just to get our family and then, you know, whoever else through. So we don't hoard things. And that's one of the things I felt like it was on my heart before, that it was almost like I was hoarding. But I think, and I really truly believe that the Lord and put it on my heart that it's not hoarding for us at this point. It's actually being prepared so that if we are the central location to our mutual assistance group, we are prepared for everybody.
That's right. Y'all are writing some good comments.
Yeah, behold.
Hallelujah.
Yes, exactly.
Let the church say amen.
Yes.
So one thing I want to say, first of all, is
Adventures on Homestead, literally my new favorite channel. I'm sorry. I love all of y'all, but
sorry. You guys are out.
No, I'm still playing all y'all, but I'm just saying, like, I need to go catch up. I need to go catch up with all his old videos now and be like,
Well, first of all, I just want to say this is my sister-in-law. When I made that comment,
you are not bringing your books, girl.
No, she's not.
She's bringing her homestead and books.
She might not even be coming.
Bring the books. It's good firewood.
That's true. She's gonna bring her homestead and books and some extra for burning.
Yeah.
My daughter said, Aunt Mindy, we don't have enough room for all your books.
So one thing I'll say is,
Alicia, you got good stuff.
This is when we talk about prepping. And in the prepping world too, they have like what they would refer to as doomsday preppers.
Yeah, those
are the people who are, you know, preparing for the zombie apocalypse and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But most preppers aren't necessarily doing that. And, you know, when you look at the word prepper, it has a negative connotation to it. And so, you know, when Monica and I have talked, it's being prepared. That's the full word, right? Being prepared, or to prepare. And everything we do in life, we are preparing something, right? When you're getting ready for a sermon, you prepare. When you're getting ready to go to work, you prepare. And so the idea of preparing is something that, especially from a homesteading perspective, this is something that now the preppers understand, that they are looking for people like us, because you can't go to the store and buy everything you want. And so now preppers are trying to find a way to homesteaders. So what I would say is, anybody out there that has like a homesteading type of channel, reach out to these people. See if you can partner with them and be willing to share with them the things that you are doing. Because in the event now, there was one gentleman that was on Gray Man Prepping the previous week, and he's actually down in San Antonio, and his prepping abilities, I guess you could say, were put to the test, because, as you know, being local here to us, that last year or earlier this year, when we had that hard freeze, He had no power. He had no water for a week long. And so it's learning how to have the provision or finding a way to get the provision. And while I'm not one to necessarily say that we need to stock up for years on it at a time, God has given us the ability to use our mind to be able to grow things and be able to provide for our families, our friends,
Right.
Yep.
and for people that you meet that are struggling.
Yep.
Yeah, because we even have plans for our front yard area.
Oh yeah.
We're going to turn that into a orchard
Next
and
year.
We're going to hopefully next year we're going to have to look at buying the bare root trees, fruit trees to plant. We're looking at planting 6 to 8 fruit trees in our front yard area and fencing that off. So we're going to extend our garden into an orchard out front, to where it's right there, accessible, and we'll be able to take care of it and also produce fruit, because we produce some fruit, but we've been really wanting fruit trees. So that's our next.
We know somebody that's good at that.
Step.
Yeah. So, this is how we support each other as a community. So my brother-in-law is really, really good with trees. And so he's
local.
When you look to do that.
And really?
He's right down the road from us.
He's right down the road in Cache. So,
but what I would say is he would probably even be willing to do the propagation and take pieces from his tree to help you out. I don't want to speak for him, but
I know, I was like, you're telling us that. Don't tell me this.
Well, no.
I'll give you his number. He's so great. No, seriously.
Yeah.
It's Life with Mindy's husband. So Life with Mindy. How are you thinking? What does Barry say? He's been watching us.
So Tim from Ridge Life. Hello. How are you? I'm
Tim.
glad you were able to make it in. But yeah, so and that's the big piece too, and the message that we try to push across to a lot of these preppers as well when we were on that show was to help them remember that this is not a walk by ourselves.
Yeah.
You have to be able to have, just like with where, I guess this was a blessing. I don't know. You gave us the cucamelon things.
Yeah, they were all blessings. Stop it.
But I mean, it really is. You gave us stuff that you had extra of last year. And this year, I guess we're going to be able to give you guys some of the cherry bomb plants and stuff like that. And
because we're going to overwinter together. Yeah.
And I was even thinking about it that, with the greenhouse that we have, if it's something where we can work together and you could keep stuff here or whatever,
I'd probably kill it though. I don't want to kill their stuff. She good. She don't need a greenhouse.
Okay.
She's like,
it just gives us an excuse to come over more.
That's true. So you can totally do that if you want. You just have to come over and show me how to make sure I'm overwintering it right.
And see, this is just a perfect example because I'm also part of a Christian, not prepper page. Pretty much that's what they do. It's like a Christian page on Facebook. And there is definitely a fine line between prepping and using what you have, doing what you can in preparations with what the space you have and all that stuff, and just not having faith and being paranoid. I think a lot of the time people get so discouraged that they can't do the things that we do, and they feel like they have to spend all this money on all this flour and all this stuff, to pack in their houses. When in reality, when you do have the community, the fellowship that the Lord wants us to have, there are so many great ways you can prep without driving yourself insane and losing your faith.
Yeah.
And I'm thankful that that line is drawn with that. And I'm thankful that God, he gives us so many people in our lives that we can be like, hey, you guys do have a greenhouse. Praise the Lord. Yep. Hey, I have this. Can you hold this for me? Or like if something went down and I have an abundance of squash and you have cow, hey, I'll bring over my harvest and I'll come. We'll make something happen. We'll invite all of our friends and do what we can. I just wanted to make sure that people knew there's a difference between preparing and using what you have and trying to go out in debt, thinking you have to have all this stuff and not really knowing what you're doing and making matters worse. And you just don't, there's that fine line.
Right. Yeah. And that's the thing. It's about building your community around you.
Correct.
The people, and I think that's why, my brother-in-law and I work well together in that aspect because he is really good with trees and bushes and plants. And so he's working on that side while we're trying to build the stuff that we're doing over here, and then even with the cows, they keep a portion of our beef, the ones that are going to go be processed at his place. And so, when you get to a place where you can work together, then you are able to let some of that weight off of your shoulders, because it will drive you crazy. And that's one of the things that even in the prepper world that they talk about is when you take on all of these different responsibilities all on yourself, you will just run yourself to the ground.
Exactly.
And so it's little pieces at a time. And to your point earlier too, I was looking at or thinking about the cows. We are at a place where we don't really, outside of a bull, we really will never need to purchase another cow because they reproduce. And if we do the same thing with our plants and we do the same thing with our trees and be able to take those and be able to help other people, I mean, think about how many people could really be impacted. And, especially from like a church perspective or a Christian perspective, to be able to help people who are in need is really awesome. I would give all my canned goods up for people who are hungry. There's no doubt about that.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right.
And that does so much more. And that's a good thing too, is because if you are prepping or preparing, then you got it on your shelf and you're ready to roll when somebody's coming.
Yep.
If y'all are going to come to Texas, come on.
Come on, Adventures of Homestead. Let's go. Come on, you can come down.
My friend literally just messaged me. Like, she messages me acreage and houses all the time. Literally just now, $749,000. She's like, hey, we need a pool. Let's get our money together. Like,
there you go.
Like, you know what? If we really wanted to do it, we could all pitch in and be like, all right, let's buy 100 acres and let's do this. Let's go.
Well, see, but then that's the awesome thing is when you learn how to maximize your space, like you're doing, you got a quarter acre and you're able to maximize the space. The thing is, you don't need to go into debt for 100 acres.
That's right.
When all you need is a small spot. Years ago, there was a gentleman that I was talking to about purchasing more land for more cows. And he told me, he said, it's always better for you to lease the land from somebody else because you don't
a lot of people do that too.
You don't have to worry about a mortgage.
Right.
And so, and that's kind of been my mentality is if you can find something for free. And earlier there was something posted up there.
She's the one. Jeff and Steph is the one that sent me the
There you go. Well, Ridge Life just said all of his 5 hives, all 5 of his honeybee hives were all free. Swarm catches and splits. And if you see his channel at all, he does some great videos on his honeybees. And I love watching him too, because he has some really good like game cam footage. Oh my gosh, I could sit there and watch
Ridge Life, we had a flow hive and it failed terribly.
It attacked your...
We spent 5 years on that hive, and it just continuously kept failing. And so if you want to send some honey our way, I mean, I ain't mad at you,
I see Mountain Grandma made it in here. Thank you
Mountain
so
Grandma.
much for coming in.
Yep. And Country Mama bartering is a good thing too. It is.
Bartering is great. Hey, if you haven't had a chance yet, go over and check out Mountain Grandma. Everybody that's in here, she did a wonderful song. Nathan, you may like this too. She wrote a song for vets, and it's really good.
Beautiful.
Maybe we'll have her in here and have her sing for us.
That'd be so cool.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
We need to talk to Mountain Grandma.
All right,
you're on our list, Mountain Grandma. You're coming.
Mountain Grandma, be watching for us.
Ridge Life said, ouch. Tim said, ouch. Yeah, they got some. Yeah, they had their hive.
Yeah, the African bees kind of took over our hive.
We tried so hard.
We don't want to talk about that in public.
Yeah, and that's the thing is you have
113 years.
I think we'll keep trying this thing out. Yeah, without 100 acres being paid for, you can hardly make it. Yeah, he's been on. Yeah, it's like generations. Yeah, he's awesome too, Troy. I'm telling you.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
He just said today he wouldn't get it. Would get him. He said not much would get him out of Ohio, but maybe up in Maine he would. I was like, I'm freezing just thinking about Maine. Makes me cold.
It's pretty good.
Hurts my bones. Can't do it. I need to stay down here, Texas.
I miss the seafood.
Yeah, I do miss East Coast seafood. Yeah, that's pretty much where it's at.
For
that's
East Coast prices for seafood.
Yeah, I just miss the East Coast Old Bay that is good.
Here's the interesting thing too.
People don't steam crabs down here.
Is our brother-in-law, the one that does the trees, used to be, I guess, a short order cook. Is that what it would be called?
Mm-hmm. He was a cook
in a seafood restaurant. So,
man.
Yeah, so if you want some like crab pretzels,
dude, he can make some crab cakes and some crab pretzels. Mm-hmm. Oh, so good. Mm-hmm. We need to have look. We all need to come over. When they come over, we'll make some crab pretzels and we can talk trees.
Right.
Let's do it.
Boom.
Right.
I'm down.
Mindy's always down.
Our kids are still talking about your children. They're like, when are we going to their house again? When are we going? I'm like, we just left. Like,
all right, I see. Yeah, some folks.
Marino knows how it is. Fried clams and scrapple. Don't be talking about no scrapple. That's not good. That's not good stuff.
You stop it. I see Miss Doris in here. How are you?
Troy said she'd go for some crab cake.
Miss Doris is up in Maryland.
He had crabs last week. Miss Doris, why you gotta rub it in?
Oh man,
she's rubbing it in. Rubbing it in.
I was talking to him about lobster. How when I grew up, when we were young, we used to get the lobsters and they used to walk around our kitchen, and then we used to play with them. Like they used to just walk around, and then my dad's like, "All right, time to cook them." So he just grab them and throw them in there, and they're like, "Ah!"
Put them in the steamer, and then they scream. Yeah, and then you don't feel any guilt though as a child. You're like, "Oh, whoops."
I was like, he was fun.
We have pictures of our kids playing with the crabs, and they're like, "Oh, they're gonna eat us!" And then we like drop it in. They come crawling out. And we're like, "Get it! Put it back in the bushel."
No.
And they're all
the
screaming
only stuff I
and
played
foaming.
with was the pig and the cow before it got slaughtered. So that was my watching things go down.
Oh
no!
Yeah.
They didn't scream.
The cow didn't scream either.
That's what I'm saying. They didn't scream. The lobster screamed.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
We thought it sounded so cool. I'm like, that's terrible.
No, see, Vision said, I miss seafood. Growing up on the East Coast makes me leery of living in the Midwest and eating fresh seafood. Yeah, because that's the thing. Two people, look, I'm just going to add, there's a disclaimer here for people like Nathan who live in Texas and have grown up in Texas and born here.
In the city.
In the city Texans. I love my Texas people. I do. I wish that America had the pride in the United States that Texans have in their state. Like literally, I was driving down through Forney today to go into a yard sale. I was going to a thrift store. Girl, you should see this thrift store. It's awesome. Anyway.
Wait, I thought you were working today with the kids doing homeschool stuff.
No, I went to Forney to a thrift store. It was for drama club. Anyway, went to the thrift store. Thrift store. Well, on my way, there were like, I went through like 6 different, I was going through 548 and there were like 6 different houses that either had a trailer, a side of a barn, trucks, stuff that was all United States, like Texas flags, red, white, and blue. And I just thought, you know what? I laugh and I carry on about people in Texas being like, Texas is the best, Texas, Texas, Texas. But let me just tell you, I value the
patriotic
complete dedication and brainwashing that all Texas parents have, because they have truly trained their children up and teaching them that be proud of who you are and where you're from. And we used to have that. Yeah, we used to have that when we were kids.
Honor the Texas flag. Like,
hold on. They're really honoring one star that's on that flag.
Who does that? Only Texas.
The Lone Star State.
Yes, I was, Troy. I was multitasking, okay? You don't even start
Texas
with me.
Texas is the only state I know that has its own state history in school.
Well, that's because you've never been to another state with history class. Did you ever go to history class somewhere else?
She did. She said she never learned about New Jersey history.
I
learned about the 13 colonies.
Yeah, right there. 13 colonies. Maryland in the 13 colonies.
You got the Alamo.
We learned
what
all
else
about.
Do we need?
Look, Maryland's been around way longer than Texas. I'm just saying, we learned all about.
But you don't have the Alamo.
I don't even know what the Alamo is for.
Exactly.
Thank you. I did not know.
Look, don't take it. They're proud of that.
But you better believe all Texans better know about the 13 colonies because they were originals. Anyway, Every state has a pledge. See, look, Jeff and Steph, Edinburgh, every state has a pledge. But I will say, I love the fact that
we don't recite it. Every state does not recite their pledge before the Pledge of Allegiance.
Right here.
It's called brainwashing.
Crazy.
Leanne said in Pennsylvania, we learned about Gettysburg Civil War right there. See, they learned all about
I learned about the Liberty Bell. I went to Pennsylvania.
Me too.
Betsy Ross, I saw where she sat down and she did the flag.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? In Baltimore, in Maryland, we learned about Edgar Allan Poe. Okay. Probably not the best example because he was on drugs, but still learn about things like that. Maryland is chock full of history. But no, I really do. I have to say, I appreciate so much, just the fact that, you know, all the Texan people that I love. I was thinking about that. I was like, I better make sure people understand that I joke about Texans, but I really do value.
Hey, yeah.
I love Texas. I really do.
I'm saying Maryland.
I joke all the time. I'm like, I will never go back to New York. Never go back to New York.
They won't have you in there unless you have your little card on and you're wearing your little badge.
No. I'm like, but I'm your people. No, you're not.
Thank you. See, look, they know about the Alamo and they're from Australia.
Daz, you know what?
Are y'all okay over there?
Daz
How
is
are
good.
y'all doing?
He's good. He puts out some good videos. He's a chef too. He put out a pizza video today. Oh my word, it's so good. It looks so good.
I'm gonna have to subscribe to
We've been praying for Australia.
You need to find Daz.
Praying for them.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about the Alamo. Sorry.
4th grade is Texas history year.
Yes.
I thought it was 7th grade or something. I don't know. All I know is I missed Texas history, and I was just like, wait a minute, why is there a class about this?
Why not? Because Texas is awesome.
And so it blew my mind. Right. It really blew my mind.
We're the only state that had its own independence.
Yeah.
You know what we need to do? This is what we need to do.
We need to come and unbrainwash him.
We need to have a group therapy class for a bunch of Texans on one of our lives.
We're gonna have Nathan and Carmen over, and then we'll invite Jocelyn and Chris, and then we'll all try to like help Nathan, Jocelyn, and Chris come down from their like.
It won't happen.
We'll be trying to yank them off their Texas pedestal. They all stand slightly above us. They're like, "What up? What's down there with you, people?"
Yeah, I mean that's the thing.
I mean, we hold the record for the fastest battle ever won in the United States.
How do I?
Who knows this?
Can I mute? Where, Carmen? I thought he was leaving. What, you putting him off the couch?
He knows the most random facts. I don't understand where he really does. He knows the most random stuff.
See, here you go.
Battle of San Jacinto.
Isn't it San Jacinto? Jacinto? You don't. I don't think you pronounce the J.
I'm Texan. I'm not Hispanic. I say San Jacinto.
You actually are. If you're Texan, then
okay.
You got a lot of Mexican culture.
He says tortillas.
What tortillas?
Tortillas.
Tortilla.
He's Spanish when he says tortillas. I don't know why. He always says it like that.
Well, yeah. See, well. He's like my wife. She's Cuban. She's cultured.
Yeah,
I can say tortilla.
Oh, what's funny is I'm Puerto Rican and Cuban. The only other people that are comparable to the Texas love of Texans is Puerto Rican people. If you meet someone who's Puerto Rican, they have a Puerto Rican flag in their car, myself included.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I saw.
I was like, I think she's Cuban too, right? And Eric was like, yeah, she got the flag. I saw. I was like, okay. I'm pretty sure she's Cuban too. Like she got some heritage. He's like, yeah.
Well, that's a whole nother live stream. I just figured out I was Cuban recently. I found out I had a whole nother family.
Wait.
Another day.
You just found out you're Cuban and you're already flying the Cuban flag?
No, see, Cubans don't have the pride that Puerto Ricans have. Puerto Rican, like, if you go into my kitchen, I have a Puerto Rican flag, like, where my stove is. And, I forget it's there because it's so normal.
He don't need to. He sleeps with the Texas flag on top of him. It's his protection. He's like,
Texas
nothing
flag and the Marines.
Nothing can hurt me. Yeah. A Texas Marine. There you go. Even Pee Wee Herman knows the Alamo. Oh, my word. Oh, my word. Okay, by the way, who was it? Raquel? I say water, by the way. Water, not water, as you were trying to get me to say.
It was milk. She was asking about milk.
They drank water.
She's asking.
She said, what do cows drink? They drink water.
Oh, I thought she was asking what you
water.
What milk. Okay, I got it.
Water. They drink water.
Did you ever say water?
Did I ever say water?
Did you ever say it?
I don't know.
No, don't be lying.
I said water from the sink, not no water from the zinc.
Oh my goodness.
See? Right there.
All right. Well, look, everybody, please hit that thumbs up.
Yes.
Our time is a little bit over, but we really, really appreciate everybody coming out to support us. We thank you, Jesus Loving Homesteader, Nathan and Carmen. Hashtag Pastor
Thank
Right.
you all.
Thank you.
Yes, we thank you. Thank you so much. Everybody, make sure you go check out their Instagram page. They're
And
big,
their YouTube.
They're big time now.
Big time.
I'm going to try to subscribe to everyone who subscribed to me. It's just give me some time so I can figure out who did it.
Yeah.
It's okay, Herb Garden. I'm sorry. Daz at My Aussie Garden and Kitchen. He says herbs with an H.
Herbs.
But I could listen to him all day, so he can herb it up all day long. I don't care.
Anyway, but everybody, thank you so much for stopping in. We really appreciate it. Make sure you check out all the Facebook, Instagram,
all the social medias.
Yep. Make sure you hit that thumbs up on your way out. We thank you guys so much. Can't wait for next week, and we'll be in touch soon with our next
guest. We're gonna have somebody on the next week, but who likes great friends that live close that you can invite them over and hang out with them.
I want to say farmers do, but
Texans do too.
For Nathan, yeah.
Nathan likes it.
Texans do.
Hashtag farmers do and farmers.
Yes. Thank you all so much, everybody. Have a great weekend.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Ah!